Virgo, Virgo. Hi again. How are you doing? If you're here, that means you clicked on the extended video. Patreon, thank you very much for supporting me. I really, really do appreciate you being here because this allows me to continue with this new thing that I started. Thank you. So, we stopped here, and the need for you to balance the light and the shadow, the masculine and feminine, the yin and the yang energies. And we see that in the mind, your mind is hoping a bit, floating, wishing, fantasizing about this emotional fulfillment. But it's somewhere, I feel like, up here. It got a bit serious because I do think you need to revisit this idea and kind of bring it back to the ground, because even though you might be wanting a new emotional start with someone, the next card shows me this. The fact that there is needs for cleansing around the energy of lack. These are the two clarifying cards that we have. Energy of lack, so you feeling like perhaps there is lack. I'm going to leave this on the side. And in relation to the next energy, there's also in the clarification another 5 of Pentacles. You know how, because my tarot cards are all, there's 2 full decks and 1/4 of a third deck mixed together. So you need to get out of these energy of lack. You know, you need to recognize that you have all the tools that you need. You got all the power within you, that you are the magician of your destiny. You are the manifesting. You are creating whatever that is that you are experiencing. So the cleansing that is needed around it is also the masculine and feminine, to gain this focus and to leave the past in the past. I specifically remember when this energy I've connected to this energy essentially, and I left the relationship I was in, and I connected to this dragon energy, if you want to go a bit further. But yeah, it's this card, and I actually visited the Stonehenge and meditated there. It's beautiful, fantastic experience. We were there before, you know, the big crowd of tourists to come. But essentially, at the time I didn't know what I didn't see it. But what was happening is that I was cleansing myself from the past and bringing that power back into me, realigning, but mainly the cleansing of this past energies, relationships, perhaps that had affected you. So bring that focus into abundance and gratitude, so that you don't feel the lack, whether financial or emotional, and become that magician, the magician card. Right, next one on the table is this card, which I don't remember exactly what the exact word for the card is, but for me it always talks about the need of taking some time to think about the ideas that you want to do, perhaps research, perhaps study, perhaps take a course or workshop. I need to take time out, time for yourself, time to reevaluate, but also educate. And these are the clarification cards. Again, we've seen you're sort of in this waiting mode of doing things, feeling like you're left out in the cold, and kind of looking ahead and holding the whole world in your hands. So again, let's take this out of the equation. You're not left out in the cold. You are creator of your own reality. um, Waiting can be a long-term game. I know it's hard, and I know we might be wanting for new things to start, but um, get back to the books, get back to the um, taking that time for yourself, but revisiting some things that maybe you wrote, or some things that you want to write about or talk about or speak about, or whatever it is that really gives you fulfills you, but I feel like on an educational level, or an idea, or even a business idea, something around that matter. And it is important to do it because, you know how I said a bit of a taking time out, because there is a feeling of isolation. Shamanka in the upright would have been for me like the energy of a shaman, you know, shamanically moving with the energies of the world, manifesting your own realities, really knowing your power, knowing when having the boundaries in place, know when to start or to stop, how to maybe, you know how she's smoking the pipe. She knows how to use the elements in terms of, you know, because in shamanism, tobacco would be medicine, but not to abuse it. But in reverse, I do feel a bit of this coldness, a bit of isolation still, and with the clarifying card of three of what's it called? Swords. Thank you. It's a bit painful. It's a bit painful to be you're a bit isolated, a bit on your own. And some past hurts still that we talked about, clearing the past. Definitely a cleansing. Definitely a need of healing. This would mean healing. It's like any road you take would be not the right road. You need to go within and into your internal self, into this emotion, heal it, heal that. I feel longing energy that's within you. And how you could go about it is, we got a reversal here. It's like this card talks about stewardship, so almost like the need to kind of humble yourself, perhaps focus on work, go back to work in the position that you know, been 10 years ago. I mean, I'm exaggerating here, you know, maybe not an intern, but, you know, really starting from scratch, or like just also, or being the student of life. You have to kind of re-educate yourself about what is it that you need to do. And because it's in the reversal, I feel like there is a challenge there for you to do, because in the clarifying cards, again, we've got the Magician, we've got the Seven of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Strength. So you see how you need to tame that devil within you, you know, that whether this is sometimes desire to intoxify yourself, to switch off, to not think about this thing, which sometimes is really helpful. Like I said, if you're in the upright shamanka, then you're more of a like, I know how to use this medicine, you know, this medicine ways, how to use them to clarify and to have the intention of them healing me, rather than for me to switch off and become, you know, turn off the conscious mind. So you need to have the strength to overcome this need to overcome this toxicity around your, perhaps even the work environment. Look at what you have, consider where and how you're going to use it, reevaluate, and start manifesting. And very prominent, this devil energy, just I feel it's quite easy for you, Virgo, to kind of really, because of the love for this material abundance and things around you, and it's just easy so to just kind of like switch off, or going to, go and have good times with your friends. But with the cleansing card above, there needs to be a focus around this sort of stewardship, starting anew, being humble, but also knowing that your power, you're the magician, you can do whatever it is that you want. And the next card is great for you, because we're seeing this leader building, seeing this leader creating sort of this medicine circle around you after fighting the fight, and making a certain sacrifice, perhaps creating boundaries, around that toxicity, or really taking control of that. And in the clarifying we have, so this card was really hidden behind, it's like you creating a wall. Perhaps the way to do it, what the spirit is advising, the way to do it is to build a wall around all this emotion. Well, don't build a wall, but you know what I mean, like maybe set the boundary so that overflow emotion doesn't take you over, so that you don't need to then overspill to the toxic self. And behind this wall, you focus on building that amazing idea, business, venture, whatever it is, focusing on the work, on the detail, putting the work in. I love it for you. But it seems like there is a need for you to stop this overflow of emotion. I'm gonna stop it here for you. Thank you very much. If this is where I leave you, all the best. You can always come back and get the next video once you see you have worked through these things, or perhaps if you want to see the whole message, do follow me to the next extended. And I wish you all the best, Virgo. Thank you. Mwah.